Hello, Internet. Welcome. I know you must have been waiting around for quite some time, and I apologize. I can only put these episodes out as when I can. You know, we take a lot of work here at the Oddcast, doing Jokeypants has bad taste, and What An Oddcast, our podcast, and various other things that we do here. I'm joined today by Maverick.
Yep.
He is here to talk about a movie that he recommended and then realized he hates.
It's not that I hate the movie. It is just not what
Not what you remember.
it's we've talked about doing it for so long because again, like 2 years ago, a podcast that I listened to did a Henry Selick deep dive, which was really fun because this is directed by Henry Selick, who obviously was the director of Nightmare Before Christmas and Coraline, and so just the most wild thing in the world.
Yes.
But there's so many fun ideas in this movie that get thrown together at the very last minute, and we really should take it from the beginning. So you do your intro to the show, and then we will start talking about Monkey Bone.
All right. Well, you all know me as well. Jokeypants has bad taste. Welcome. As always, before we get into our movies, if you want to go on over to w.gg, show us some love. Use code Oddcast, save yourself 10% off your order. Because you might need the energy to try to come back out of a coma. Maybe you gotta fight a cartoon monkey. Who the hell knows?
Maybe a cartoon monkey's gonna beat you over the head with a monkey wrench, and you need to go to work tomorrow and just need to recover. But you need the W energy. That's what you need. The only way you're gonna get through. I don't remember what the nightmare juice is called, but if Dubby's smart, they should try to get that and make it a fucking flavor. TM, you owe me for that one. Actually, no, you could have that one for free.
So yeah, go on over to Dubby, show us some love, and let's get on with the movie. So we're talking about Monkey Bone, and if my notes are correct, this came out in 2001.
2001.
This is another,
which is weird because I think we just talked about this movie on last week's episode because we just did a 2001. It was a weird time, man. It was a weird time.
Also, this movie is an hour and 33 minutes long.
It seemed so much longer, Jared.
It does seem much longer than
it took forever. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, as we'll find out with how this goes, I still enjoyed this movie. Maverick did not have as good of a time with this movie.
I had a fine time. I just remember this so much differently. Not necessarily a different timeline, but let's go through the cast real quick if you don't mind before we start. So it stars Brendan Fraser, prime Brendan Fraser, as Stu Miley.
Yes.
Then we get Whoopi Goldberg as Death.
As Death, yes.
Chris Kattan as the organ donor Stu. Wild that he only shows up the last 20 minutes of this movie. I thought it was so much earlier. Is it Giancarlo Esposito?
Yes.
Yes, as Hypnos, who is Death's brother, who is in charge of downtown, is what it's called. It's wild. It's fine. Bridget Fonda as Dr. Julie McElroy. The worst character in this entire thing, Rose McGowan as Miss Kitty. I have thoughts on that. John Turturro as Monkey Bone, which again, it's just his voice pitched up. It has Dave Foley, who we've covered on this podcast before because he's, I think is it Ameriboy in Sky High? He's the commander's sidekick when they're in
Yes.
yes, that's him. Yep. And then it also has Bob Odenkirk as the head surgeon.
Yeah, it does.
Megan Mullally.
Odenkirk appears in this as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one threw me off because I didn't remember him being that character.
Yeah, no. And then Megan Mullally as Stu's brother, who we've talked about so many times. She's Grace from Will and Grace, and more recently in me and Jared's purview, she's Miss Tina in The Righteous Gemstones. And I was like, oh my god. There's a whole slew of other characters that are just minor, but those are the big ones that really come to the forefront. So, but we start this movie like, what, 100th anniversary of Paramount or whatever. It's a Henry Selick picture, who again we said Nightmare Before Christmas, Coraline, basically anything top animation.
Yes.
The opening sequence of this movie, where it is a cartoon of how Monkey Bone came into existence, and the fact that Stu got turned on by old lady arm flaps, which caused him to
be
pop
the most disturbing
in class. And that's where Monkey Bone came from. The fuck do you mean? The fuck do you mean? Like I said, I'm having a good time still. But like, this is clearly raunchy 2000s comedy, and it is
very much
it would never pass. It would, yeah. People are like candid laughing at it too, like it's funny. I'm like, this is like me watching The Day the Earth Blew Up. It's not funny. It's not funny. Why other people are laughing? I don't know why people are laughing. It's not funny. Why are people laughing at this?
I also have one note from when we were going over the casting. For this show specifically, Giancarlo Esposito, we all have seen him before. From this show, he was in Chupacabra Dark Seas as the oh god, what the fuck is the term for that? Cryptozoologist. There we go.
Yep.
Who is hunting the Chupacabra. But yeah, this whole opening cartoon is disturbing. It's disturbing on so many levels. Would not be able to be done.
It's so weird.
Shouldn't have been done. Let's be honest.
So like we cut out. So it's just like they stop the cartoon, everyone claps and laughs, and like the comedy center, the comedy channel has picked them up for a 3-episode run.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Again, it is like there's ideas here that would work really well. This is not it. And then I have it. Hang on. I have the torn planet. Sorry, I gotta find it.
Oh no, you're good.
Channel. And like this is where I start hating the movie. This is going to be a successful cartoon for him, right? This is where it completely loses me. It's going to be a successful cartoon for him. He's going to have money. He's going to be able to live the life he wants. And Stu is just so fucking against it. So fucking against everything. And it's just like, bud, just fake it until everyone's gone. Like, he's like, I want to leave immediately because I want to go propose to my girlfriend. But she ain't going nowhere. She's not going anywhere. Enjoy the success for 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours, and then you go home just like a regular fucking party. This is where it completely diverts. I'm like, Stu has no right to be this fucking petty and bitter about the success of his stupid fucking show.
Actually, I'd rather be at home.
He really lost me. And so then we have Herb, who's his assistant, who's like trying to set up meetings to like for toys and franchises and things like that. And I think is it good? It's not Good Burger. Is it Goo Burger or God Burger or something like that? They want to do
to write that down, but yeah, they want to give him like
a
toy
deal.
run.
A deal for a meal, and
Yeah.
like, isn't that the one that found pig guts in? And yeah, it's basically pork or whatever.
Well, it's still being
So
debated.
Brendan Fraser takes his girlfriend to the exit door, where he's like, the best part about this door, you leave and you can't come back because it locks from the inside. And Herb's trying to stop him when they're having this moment, and he just wants to leave.
He just keeps shoving more shit onto him, more like dolls, ideas.
He's doing his job. Herb is just doing his fucking job.
He is.
That's all it is. His one job is to make other people money, and he's doing it, and they need to. It's pissing me off. And so they load up.
You're pissing him off.
They load up Brendan Fraser's Volkswagen Beetle or whatever.
They jam pack that motherfucker
with just a bunch of monkey bone shit. And he's like, well, there's more toys coming and there's more merchandise coming if you wait just a little while. He's like, no, I want to go home. I'm like, buddy, come on. Just it's enjoy your success. If you or me had any kind of successful cartoon, we'd be out till fucking 4 a.m. living it up like king shit of fuck mountain. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
That's pretty fair.
Okay, and so they're just loading the cars, my exact note is like, why is he so against his success? And so a monkey bone truck pulls up, and he's like, oh, you gotta move it so we can go. And so Herb moves the truck, and then he slaps the car, which causes a giant inflatable monkey bone to inflate and hit the gas pedal, which sends the car careening in reverse somehow, or goes forward, and they can't stop.
I don't understand how the inflatable, like,
Jared,
I get he hits it, but like, how the fuck did that make it inflatable?
Fuck off, we're not doing this. No. And then my next note is, this is the fakest crash I have ever seen. They were going so slow. How did he die? Quote unquote, he comes into a coma. He's not dead. And she walked away without a scratch. You cut to like the car going towards the wall. You cut away to just like a handful of glass just tossed on fucking pavement. That's what it is. And it pissed me off so much for no reason.
You know what it is? It is the equivalent of when they show you like the driving footage stuff, like driver's ed, and they're like, if you go, but it's somebody going like 10 miles an hour and they hit they just go flying out of the windshield. That is what this was, where they just hit a wall and immediately died.
As a note, Stu really wants to propose to his girlfriend. Like, that's the whole reason he wants to leave. Jared, they made it sound like if he didn't propose that night, she was going to leave him. If I don't do it now,
she's going to leave.
And, like, they have never said, I love you to each other. They've been living together for years.
This man just sucks.
Years. Like, he's just the worst. I have no sympathy for Stu.
Stu just sucks at being a boyfriend.
It's just the fucking worst. Again, why is he so against success? And so, like, and then the next note after, like, what is this fake crash? I was like, this movie makes no goddamn sense. It makes no sense. Because the next thing is we're on a roller coaster to hell. And he's dead, basically. I'm like, fuck?
Where we are sent to limbo.
No, we're sent,
roller coaster down into, like, a fucking carnival area.
It's not quite there. We have a pit stop to make. The pit stop we make is at his psychological baggage, which is just a suitcase of repressed memories he has. Again, cool idea. Shittily executed. And guys, you're going to think that we're skipping over a bunch of stuff. We are 20 minutes into this movie at this point. It is not good. This movie makes no sense.
The crash part doesn't sell it for me.
No.
I like the coma idea of like if you're gonna be in limbo, then you have to deal with whatever excess things that you have going on. But he's correct. It doesn't work as well as what they wanted it to. So I mean, he does get the baggage. God, man, this fucking movie. So it's funny because I do enjoy this movie. It's not that I hate this movie. He goes in and there's like a carnival thing going on.
He goes so.
It's one of those things where he walks through the gate and there's, for whatever reason, apparently if you're in limbo, you're just at a giant carnival bar city
called
thing.
Downtown. You're in downtown.
Yes.
They refer to it as downtown, and I don't
understand. Yeah, I don't either. I don't get the downtown part.
I was like, these are a bunch of really fun characters. It's a bunch of stop motion, a bunch of really cool practical effects.
Oh, there's a ton of cool stuff in it. Yes.
What the hell? My note is like, what the actual hell is going on? It's like
there is that.
And then we learn that like he goes to a bar where Monkey Bone is performing, and it turns out that this is like basically the realm of nightmares, right? And Stu, until recently, was having really good nightmares for them and keeping Hypno in business. They all love his. They're so rock hard.
Hey man, you got psychological trauma. We love your nightmares.
What is it? What's that drink he calls it? No, it's not a martini, but
oh god, I forgot to write down the drink. I wrote down
stupid. Did you write down the gas or the nerve gas for later? I don't know. It's dumb and I hated it.
I forgot the drink name. I just had CGI Bullhead Man. Has a couple of rough looks on him, but hands him a drink. But I forgot to write down the drink name.
Okay, and this is where we meet Miss Kitty, who like there's like a time skip, right? Like there's some time has Monkey Bone still performing. He comes out as Marilyn Monroe. We meet Miss Kitty, who's just
weeks or something like that.
So hot for Stu, so hot for Stu, and she purrs, and the purrs took me completely out of it. Completely out of it. I hated it. It was dumb. This is also where we learn that John Turturro is Monkey Bone, right? Because it comes out and hits his face. And the acting is so bad for everyone in this movie. And then what I have is the sister. So we cut back to Stu in a coma. The sister, who is Megan Mullany, and his girlfriend are like, I can't believe that you he gave you grandma's ring, and so she ruined the engagement. And this is where my note is like, Jared, oh my god, it's Aunt Tina from the Righteous Gemstones. So my exact note. And then I need to let you know, oh my god, this is where again we've zigged and zagged so many times, but like and like she really wants to pull the plug, Megan Mullany, because like our father was in a coma for a long time, and so we agreed no life support. So after like 3 months, they're gonna pull the plug. It's so dumb. And this is where Jared, this is where they tell us the origin of Monkey Bone. Jared, how does Monkey Bone come into existence? Did you write this down? It's a throwaway line, so if you didn't write it down, it's fine. Stu drew the first Monkey Bone when?
Oh, I guess I did not write it down. I'm a little surprised.
That is okay. So, like 6 months into their relationship, Stu was still having really bad nightmares, and he would draw them out. And his girlfriend, Dr. whatever McElroy, has decided that he should draw with his left hand. And the first cartoon that came out with his left hand was Monkey Bone.
That's correct. Okay, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That is the origin of Monkey Bone. What? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's how that works. That's how it works when you're an artist.
It literally is like, the fuck is this set up for? Who is this set up for? And then we go back to talking to the cat lady almost immediately, who is
Yeah.
like, "Stu was such a really good guy. You're the only good guy I've ever known."
I would
Purr,
rock your
purr.
bones.
Honest to God, that's what it was. And for some
Yeah.
reason, I remember Monkey Bone and the cat lady being a couple. And
I
yeah, and
get,
then I
I
was
get, I get where you'd get that from. Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, the purring is not okay because it's clearly not her. It's clearly superimposed purring, and I can't. And then Monkey Bone like tries to get put in the bag, and he says he's gonna go to the sidekicks union, and then lists like
Yes.
4 sidekicks, including Chewbacca, and does the Chewbacca roar. And I was like, the fuck? And then Monkey Bone dives into the cat lady's chest and starts motorboating her.
Yeah.
We then if there's a way
Yeah,
out
he
of
does.
downtown, you just got to get an exit pass from the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah, so Stu struggles with all this, dealing with Monkey Bone, dealing with Miss Kitty, dealing with he's in a coma. There's just all this shit he's trying to deal with. I had the note down here that this is like an adult-rated version of Roger Rabbit that it's trying to be.
Yep.
But yeah, they get cut off because a Reaper comes down and takes an old man away. Telling him that it's not his time and he's able to go back now. And that's where Stu learns that you're able to leave, you just have to get it from Daff. So, yeah. And I have down for my notes on this that this is Beetlejuice levels of crazy for no reason. It's my biggest thing. Especially when the Reaper shows up, the design that they have is I'm immediately like, this is like really going out there with the designs on some of this, huh?
Like, yes.
So yeah, Stu wants to know when he's gonna get back. The Reaper basically just tells him to fuck off, says he's off duty, and flies away. But it's okay though, because Stu and Monkey Bone they get invited to a pajama party that's being held by Hypnos, and they're just like, okay, I guess we're gonna go to this party.
Yes.
I don't think I would take that invitation, but
not even remotely. It's a pajama party too. Did you say that? I didn't know. You said it's a pajama party, which is always so much fun.
We do get a quick scene back at the hospital with just his girlfriend crying over him, trying to figure out how she could try to get him out of his coma, and that she can't let his sister pull the plug. Because they go to the pajama party. They find the live feed of nightmares, and that's where Stu learns about the whole he was giving them their best nightmares. They hate that he's not giving them the best. Julia learns about the nightmares have an effect on him because she's monitoring his heart rate and she sees that it starts getting raised.
Fucking stupid.
Yes, it's just all like, maybe I could use that to help him. I only have 24 hours.
Hang on. They got less than that. So Hypno and Stu say that there's a way to cheat death. All you got to do is steal an exit pass. Yes. There's a plot B that we don't learn about until later. And then they learn that they have 6 hours before his 3 months is up and the plug's going to be pulled. So in 6 hours, they're doing sleep. Oh, and then they say, because they do bring out the chart of like Stu's nightmares or whatever. Yeah. They say he's caught in a nightmare loop.
He's caught in a nightmare loop.
It sounds cool, but it's nothing.
It's nonsense.
It's nothing.
I also just have a note for when we do get introduced to Giancarlo's character here, the strange fucking bee woman that's on the bed always creeped me out. I don't know why. She just creeps me out. So so they have the 6 hours. You can get a pass from death. I also have down there's more Roger Rabbit like vibes for Monkey Bones, as him and Stu take off to Death's headquarters to try to steal this pass.
The sleepless desert, which gives really big Beetlejuice vibes, by the way.
Again, very, very big Beetlejuice vibes for the whole Death thing.
And so this is where they're like, oh, we can just use this experimental drug we've been using on orangutans that induce this nightmare.
God. This note I have. Julia's apparently secretly fucking Scarecrow because she just has nightmare juice on fucking hand. Like,
yeah, she does.
I don't know when she became a Batman villain, but she is. She's just like, I've been torturing people for years. I can use it to save my boyfriend now.
It's fucking
Where
wild.
the fuck did she get this shit?
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
So it's so dumb. I was like, nightmare fuel for sure.
What the fuck?
So they go to Death, and Death is Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Yes,
oh no, hang on, we missed something. We missed something, and I need to go back for.
Oh yeah, okay.
Jared, it's with the exit pass. How do you get out of downtown? After you have the exit pass, how do you get out of downtown?
They do like the fucking ring the bell game.
Sure.
And you get sent out.
What is the exit door to downtown to get back to the real world?
Is it a penny?
It is Abe Lincoln, the great emancipator. It's just fucking Abe Lincoln. He just opens his mouth. Like, the fuck is this movie? What is going on?
This movie's fucking strange.
So dumb.
But yeah, we get a bunch of stew, monkey bone. Again, I say it over and over, but it really is. It is literally just like Roger Rabbit, where like they're battling the Death people and trying to get this pass and get out. They do end up getting caught, and they can't quite leave. And we get introduced to Whoopi Goldberg, who's Death, and Thomas Hayden Church, who's just her right-hand man. Who I enjoy his character, and I wish that the rest of the movie had fit a bit better, but I do enjoy him, though. Are you gonna ask how did they pull him into this movie?
Yeah, how did they pull him into this? It's George of the Jungle, right? Like he's... It's all... It's so dumb.
So we also have a devil dog also that
so
gets
dumb.
introduced.
So dumb. It's so dumb. It's just... So, the long and the short of it for the next sequence, right, is they're going to steal the exit pass, then Stu is saved by Monkey Bone, and then betrayed by Monkey Bone, and then Monkey Bone is going to... Go ahead.
Well, yeah, so they try to trench coat one of the Death people. They get found by the devil dog. Whoopi Goldberg and Thomas Hayden Church's characters, they try to be like, hey, you can't just steal from Death. Death ends up thinking that Stu has a bit, basically, like, you got some balls on you, kid, and she, like, gives him the pass and is like, fuck it, like, no one's ever done this. Sure, whatever, I'll give you a chance. Stu tries to go back, and then Monkey Bone apparently made a deal at some point off screen, and then knocks him the fuck out. And then it turns out that Monkey Bone is the one that's going back.
Yep. Because we learn later he's made a deal with Hypno to produce more nightmares, which is just so fucking dumb.
Which on the outside, Julia is getting ready to inject Stu with a bunch of her fucking fear toxin. Again, she's just a Batman villain. But Monkey Bone comes ripping right out of there, and he comes to life, and also has to realize that he has a dick, because gotta add that in there. Gotta add that joke in there.
Yes, and it's just dumb, is what it is. It's
this is a thing.
Yeah, she knows something's wrong too, which is fine.
Immediately, immediately, when Stu comes back to life and is also like dancing around, acting weird, and then also, again, pulling his pants out and being like, "I have a dick," and it's like, I don't think that's Stu. I don't think I've ever seen Stu act the way he's acting. Weird.
No, and that's fine for what it is.
Whatever. Also, with Monkey Bone taking over Stu's body, Monkey Bone decides that he doesn't like his look and he needs a new one. And I have a note here. Worst sideburn soul patch combo I may have ever seen. I hate this. I hate this look. I hate it so much.
Yes.
I hate how he looks.
Yes.
Also, Monkey Bone does, again, as we said, with Monkey Bone just coming straight back into Stu, that he doesn't try to fucking hide himself at all. Like,
no, not at all. No.
He eats a bunch of cake with his hands and just starts doing a bunch of dumb shit. That's just like, that's not what a normal person does. No normal person does any of the things that he's doing. So, they also have a dog named Buster, and Buster can smell the difference that that's not Stu.
It's so. I mean, it's a really bad cliche.
Fair. We cut to that night, and Monkey Bone Stu is watching TV, and he's watching Animal Planet.
He's getting turned on by monkeys humping. It's so dumb.
Getting turned on by the monkeys humpa-dumpa-dumping, and I get it, but I don't need it.
Right.
That makes sense.
100%.
And then he just straight up turns into full stripper Brennan, and then fails and smashes his head. And then she's all like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." It's like, yeah, she had a normal reaction. If you're a woman, if a man starts doing that and you don't have the reaction she did, there's something wrong with you.
Yes.
Because that's not normal. It's not normal at all.
So this is where I was like, Monkey Bone is just the name of his dick. It's the whole movie. Yeah. It's fine. Yes. We cut back to fucking Stu in prison with Jared, Stephen King, Jack fucking the Ripper, King, Lizzie Borden, Attila the Hun, and Edgar Allan Poe. And now I know what you're thinking. Here's my favorite line of this entire movie. Is Edgar Allan Poe Stephen, the person playing Stephen King, is like something about being scared of nightmares, and Edgar Allan Poe goes, "King, you pussy," and Stephen King's response is, "Easy, Poe." I'm like, the fuck is going on?
Enough, I'm hungover.
Here, did you bring the cough medicine?
How about that nightlight I asked for? King, you pussy. Fight me, Poe. You set me up easy, pal.
So this is where we learn that Cujo, mind you, is in Stephen King's body because he monkey boned Stephen King. Jared, again, really cool idea. Not executed worth shit. I'm so confused.
Yeah, this movie, there is times like that where this movie makes some real wild right hooks. But Hypno shows up in the jail and comes to talk to Stu, because Stu's all like, "Hey, what the hell? We had a deal." Which is where he then learns, we have a deal with Monkey Bone. He's just gonna make a ton of nightmares for us. Like that's all we give a shit about. Fuck you and your life, man.
They need fresh nightmares, and Monkey Bone, I have this, is living his best life at this point in time.
Yeah. Monkey Bone's living his best life, but he sucks at being Stu.
Yeah, this is where I went for a walk. So my next note. So you might have to guide the conversation for a little while. My next note is like, they just keep nightmare juice in the fridge next to the orangutan. So there's like 15 minutes of like exposition that's gonna happen here, and I did not. This is where you like.
So yeah, here we get Monkey Bone Stew goes to sleep. He gets a nightmare from Hypno on a golfing course where Monkey Bone was chasing a bunch of beautiful, buxom women, and then he sinks into the sand, and then Hypno shows up and beats the shit out of him and is like, "You need to make me nightmares, you little monkey bitch."
Yep.
And so he breaks into the lab. He goes to take the formula, which
hang on.
Maverick is correct. They just keep next to the fucking orangutan.
I think we have to do merchandising first, right? Because this is where they get codename Project. What's
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because
he has a bunch of meetings about
toy.
merch.
We have to do the Monkey Bone toy.
Yeah, so he's doing a bunch of Monkey Bones merch. They show him some like Happy Meals and things that they're going to be doing, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. Chicken nuggets. Who cares?"
Right.
And then they show a Monkey Bone doll.
What?
That, for whatever fucking reason, I don't understand. It has a thumb in its ass.
Yeah.
I don't understand at any point why that was a choice.
No, it's mine! Oh, say, could you fill these babies up with a particulate solution of 1 part powdered chemical enzyme to 10 parts water?
Jerry? Sure. Yeah, I guess we could.
All right! You got yourself a deal!
It's the dumbest idea, and it also makes no fucking sense.
No, it does, because it's Chekov's fart, right? So, like, if you introduce a farting monkey in late third act of a movie, it must obviously fart nightmare juice into Wonder Boy's face, causing him to be a flasher, and one of Julie's friends to be like super into it for some reason. Y'all again. So fucking dumb.
Yes, I remember that being in my third day of film school.
Right. That is classic. That is great Russian literature 404 from my college days, obviously. Little fucking Anna Karenina for you, right? Fuckers.
So yeah, he gets introduced to the toys. He really enjoys them. That's when he sneaks out that night. He goes, takes the formula.
Yep.
Tries not to fuck an orangutan because like he's a monkey.
It's so dumb. It's not even. It's so dumb. So dumb.
You know. Again, but I also have the note once again. Monkey Bone sucks at being human. Because when he gets back, he doesn't even try to hide anything. He's just in Julia.
You don't have
still
pants
in the
on.
Fucking wet
You're
clothes.
in a raincoat. You have shoes on. What's going on?
Yeah.
And then Monkey Bone has accused her of giving her the stink eye, and one of my favorite scenes is him and her being like, "But if I propose to her, I thought I wanted to get married, but now that I'm rich and famous, bitches. But if I propose to her, she stops giving me the stink eye. So I think I'm just gonna propose to her." Hey guys, that's pretty sound logic. I'm not gonna lie. That's like me and Monkey Bone finally on the same page. I'm joking.
Good God.
Fucking
so we cut
stupid.
Back. So we cut back. Cut back to downtown. Miss Kitty visits Stu in the jail.
Yep.
And she feels bad because she betrayed him, and she's all like, "I knew about the thing of Monkey Bone, and you're such a nice guy. I'm so sorry." Let's see. Oh, and go back to Monkey Bone Stew. He's just enjoying all the exposure. He's really just eating it up.
Yep.
As he starts planning this like gala reveal thing that they're doing?
Nope. It goes back to the merchandising where Herb tells him that there is an art museum exhibition, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we have to just do this for free to pretend like we actually give a shit about the community. It's genius." And Herb goes, "Yes, exactly." And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely, do it." And so they're just like a Monkey Bone release party at the fucking modern art museum, or for some reason. And so here's the thing: Monkey Bone has just been doing it by himself. He gets all the toys, and he's just been injecting this purple nightmare fuel into the ass of monkeys in his garage. And even Julie's like, "I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. It's fucking wild." And that's when she gets a phone call from her doctor friend, is like, "Yeah, someone stole the nightmare juice and replaced it with grape juice. They don't even look the same." That's when she realizes that Stu is Monkey Bone, and this is all gonna be bad.
Yeah. Monkey Bone also tests out the stuff on their dog, which pisses off Hypno because he doesn't want fucking dog nightmares. So he's very pissed off about that one.
His nightmare is a cat castrating him too. It is.
Yes.
I don't know how to take this movie at this point. Again, there's so many really fun concepts and ideas in here, and I just don't know.
So that's what's happening up there. Monkey Bone Stew, he's going to terrorist attack a museum. There's no other way to say it. So Miss Kitty breaks Stu out of the holding cell, and you may be asking yourself, how does she do that? Well, it turns out.
I thought she was gonna elicit something. No.
Yeah.
No.
She comes down to apologize, and then it's all like, "I'm gonna help you get back to the real world." And Stu's like, "I don't know how you're gonna do that, but okay." And then
don't worry.
She walks away. The jailer's a giant mouse, which is another thing. And she just straight up rips his fucking throat out. She just kills him. She just eats him. And Stu gets away.
Yep.
Oh boy.
It's so dumb.
So
it immediately hard cuts.
Yeah, I was about to say, immediately hard cuts to the museum.
Yep. And then shit's going down, and Herb gets a prototype of the doll. It sprays purple gunk in his face, and he basically has
what's
blackface
this stuff?
Purple. And he just takes all of his clothes off.
Yeah, he just becomes a nudist.
All of his clothes off. He just becomes a flasher. And Monkey Bone's like, "Oh no, we're gonna fuck it up. He gets on stage, does a little song and dance, tries to propose to Julie. So much stuff is happening. So much stuff. And yet nothing at the same time.
It's the worst song and dance for trying to
propose
to your girlfriend,
house, right?
Because it's just you.
It's just a brick house.
It's just brick house, and you dry humping all the other women.
And then he looks up one of the woman's skirts right before he pops out the ring. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. But then we cut back down to Stu. He tries to break back into Death's headquarters again and gets caught again.
Oh, again.
But this time they tie him down to a rack, which for those of you watching, you don't know what a rack is. That's where they tie your feet and your hands down to a table, and then they slowly just start gearing it and stretching you apart. But then after he has a talk with Death says that she's a real sucker for true love, and that sounds like that's what he has with his girlfriend, and she's gonna give him a pass again because movies got a movie. And she tells him, "All right, I'm gonna send you back."
We are 25 minutes to the end of this movie.
Yes,
and 25 minutes can truly be any length of time. Yeah. This felt like it was going to last all day.
So, Stu gets sent back, and how does it get sent back, you ask? Well, she just literally kicks his ass straight up through Abraham.
Straight up. That's That's straight up through Abraham's going to be really just going to be one of my new vocal stems. So, like, it'll be that and anything from the Righteous Gemstones. Like, Mama told me not to. Well, I did it anyway. Misbehaving right up through Abraham.
Misbehaving. So yeah, he goes back, but he gets. This is where we get Chris Kattan, who's
fucking
dead athlete.
No, he's an Olympic gold medalist that his neck snapped while he was doing gymnastics.
Yeah.
And kudos to Chris Kattan, really fucking selling the broken neck. Like, damn. Like, really, he's the only one in this movie, I believe, is acting, and he's not even being Chris Kattan. He is being Chris Kattan. He's being a gymnast played by Chris Kattan as if being played by Brendan Fraser. It's an Inception level of bullshit. That's what I'm saying. And he is doing all of the work.
Bob Oden, and as we said before, Bob Odenkirk's the doctor who's taking organs out because he's an organ donor. But I have here Brendan Fraser, Chris Kattan, organ donor Stu grabs a tool and starts waving it around at the doctors, and he doesn't know what it is, and they go, "It's a bone saw," and he goes, "I have a bone saw," and holds them back.
It just throws it and it just starts swinging in the air. And what I love is that we're about to experience the best 5 minutes of this entire movie. It is Chris Kattan trying to pretend like he's got a broken neck and like support it. And so at first he like wears like a jacket as a scarf. Eventually he'll shove a yardstick down his back and masking tape his head to the yardstick so it stops. It is so good.
It's and the whole time he's doing this, by the way, he's losing organs. So there's various bits throughout this whole thing where the doctors are picking up the organs that are falling out. But yeah, so organ donor Stu runs off. Surgeons follow him. He makes it home, only to learn that, he's Monkey Bone him has taken Julia to the fundraiser at the museum, and he needs to get there and stop it because he knows that that's basically where the whole plan's going to take place. Let's see here. What else we got? The assistant Herb, he's still going fucking crazy. Everyone's trying to kind of figure out what's going on with him. Then we keep cutting back to Kattan, who's still trying to fucking just get to this goddamn museum. But he's also trying to outrun a bunch of doctors who refuse to let the man go because he has valuable organs, and that is their payday. Let's see. I gotta get in my notes here for where we're at. To the family. There is a scene with because he's the gold medalist, he does a fucking acrobatics backflip shit.
He does.
To fucking escape the surgeons and finally get to where he's going. But organ donor Stu makes it into the museum. He gets stopped by security, but he runs into Julia. And the dog is the savior here because the dog likes him. And Julia's like, that must be Stu.
Yeah.
Because the dog loves him and it's a dead guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
this movie takes a lot of liberties. But he confronts Monkey Bone Stu. That's where we get to here.
I need to call out.
Yes.
It's Burger Gog is what it is. We missed a couple points before we get to the end I want to bring up.
Yes.
Is when they're doing the merchandising. I'm sorry. This is just in my notes later because it struck me as so dumb.
Oh, no.
They rub butts together instead of shaking hands. And also, Burger Gog is offering them the Mega Monkey Meal. And And Brendan Fraser leans over to, or Monkey Bone leans over to Herb and is like, how much is McDonald's offering him? And Herb goes, less. And that's why they got the meal from Burger God. It's a good fucking line. The product placement, I don't know how they got the okay for some of this.
I
and it
couldn't
blows
fucking
my
tell
mind.
you,
It's so
honestly.
good. I enjoy it so much. So, but yeah, that was all I had. Now continue with your rant. Sorry.
No, so Dead Stu confronts Monkey Bone Stew, and Monkey Bone Stew, realizing that his plan is going to be foiled, decides to break the piñata and starts throwing the nightmare toys at people because can't let his plan not go the way it should.
Yes.
And nobody somehow, I don't know, nobody stops them, but also I don't know if anybody actually gets infected. Because they don't really
I don't
touch
so.
back
I
on
think
this at the end.
They've stopped it enough to where it's not going to be an issue.
Okay, well, I guess that's fair.
But it's still it's a plot point that doesn't get resolved, and you just kind of got to go with it because that's 90% of this goddamn movie.
So Monkey Bone Stew, he ends up running off, getting away. He takes off for the roof. Dead Stew and Julia chase after him. And Monkey Bone jumps onto a giant inflatable Monkey Bone and starts getting away.
Works.
Yeah, it's really not.
Works. It's already, because you see it as Chris Kattan is running up to the botanical gardens or whatever. It's not helium. It's just air filled. It's not cartoon logic suspended. It's not. They didn't have the budget. It's fine.
But Dead Stew, he jumps off and also catches onto the rope.
Listen, I not to nitpick. His name is Organ Donor Stew. That's literally what it's credited as at IMDb. So I need you to go ahead and start using his proper title.
So Organ Donor Stew.
It's fucking dumb.
In a fight.
This movie's so bad.
They're fighting. While they're fighting, again, we once again cut to down below because the surgeons are again following for all the organs that follow out of Organ Donor Stew's body.
Chris Kattan is throwing them at Monkey Bone too. Like, he's just reaching inside of him and throwing
organs out.
God, it's so gross.
The cop shoots the balloon. Balloon crashes down. They both go back to limbo because now they're both dead.
Yep.
Here we get that they're greeted by Death, who comes up in a giant mech suit.
Yeah.
And merges Monkey Bone and Stu together because she's like, I can't handle Monkey Bone. You need to fucking take him back. So, like, we're just going to do this now. And apparently this is a thing you can do. You can just shove the thing back in your own head, I guess. And it doesn't cause an issue?
No, apparently.
I feel like Monkey Bone would still try to take over, but I mean, whatever. So yeah, Death sends Stu back and is like, all right, we got rid of Monkey Bone. Fuck that little bastard, and you get the hell out of here. It's not your time yet. Yeah, so also Death makes a South Park joke.
Oh my god.
Because when she sends him back, she's like, yeah, I heard the South Park guys are dying to meet me. So, if you happen to see them, and then she sends them back, and I'm just like, why was that tossed in here? Why was that line tossed in here?
Again, product placement for the sake of product placement. And I just don't get it.
I don't either. So Stu gets back, greets Julia. They live happily ever after. Also, I have in here that a side note that I'm pretty sure Stu's gonna face like an absolute shit ton of legal issues because, I mean, Monkey Bone did a lot and it's just under his name.
Yes.
So I don't really think they lived happily ever after.
Cartoon, no.
Yeah,
no,
I don't think that worked out for him at all. In fact,
like I said, we've talked about doing this movie on the main feed. Is what I'll say on like actual What An Oddcast. No, I will never invoke this again. I spent money to rent this movie. to watch it
Yeah,
once.
this was Maverick's idea for
It
doing
was
a bonus
100%,
here.
and I don't regret it. And I'll probably try to get the physical copy at some point in my life, but like, it's a good thing I didn't have actual work to do at work today. So, you know,
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
it's fucking wild.
So that's Monkey Bone. That
was
that
Monkey
is,
Bone indeed.
it's
not
a movie.
Good. You know what? I 100% agree. It is a movie. What?
It's not the best Brendan Fraser movie. There's definitely some better ones.
Quite a few better ones actually, but we're not gonna parse vowels at this point. It won't be worth my time.
Nah. Well, folks, with that, if you want to go check out Monkey Bone, you certainly can. You know, we're not going to stop you. But now you know what to expect. Personally, I think it's worth a watch at least once. Just at least once, but maybe not for like $5. But
no, if you find it free somewhere, give her a shot.
Yeah, it pops up on streaming services here and there. You know, just check it out if you can. But as always, don't gene splice animals. Don't bring things back from the dead. Don't bury the dead under the road because they will come back to kill you. Don't dump your chemicals in the sewer. Stay out of the water. Don't prank your friends as a serial killer. Just be smart. In general, be smart. Also, maybe, and you know, just maybe.
Right through Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, just go straight through Abraham because that is the savior.
Straight
Goodbye,
through
everyone.
Abraham.
Stay odd. Straight through Abraham. That's such a
straight. Again, they say like, he comes down from like between the clouds, like Abraham, the great emancipator. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? What fever dream is this? I don't understand. I forgot about that. So dumb.